Can you help me do that? Because these people seem to know and how to go back into the trauma maybe and clear it. And what you were suggesting, what Nancy does, right? But would it be something that you could help me do without me having to do it? And I'll tell you what it is. Yes, I am lazy, but more than that, I'm extremely fearful. Just the thought of me having to do any kind of work, right? It's like super fear.
Yeah, so there's some programs there blocking you.
Truly, and I've been told that I have to step up. I am getting better at it, but still, when I hear somebody say, do your work, it's like, it's this gripping fear in my stomach.
Yeah,
I think everybody.
Well, that's when you're right to ask for help. Gosh, I could never have been where I'm at without the incredible amounts of help I've had. Seriously, it's crazy to think that you must do everything by yourself, especially at first when you're trying to get through those really deep pits of fear around changes.
I have a lot
those
of
pits of fear are familiar. Yes, lots of trauma. That's where you need to set yourself up with some mentoring, either with me or someone else.
I've done it for years. Maybe I just attracted the kind of mentors that were right at that point of my soul's growth. I've done mentoring like for 2 years with
either that or they were totally wrong. I don't know.
They were wrong. They were, and of course, they were men. I'm not saying, no, I have nothing against men. I actually, that's like my big issue. Like, I don't connect to my feminine side and everything. And I work in an engineering company. My best friends are men, and I don't have sisters. And I have like deep mother wounding on which I'm working.
Yeah. So you've got a really interesting list to tackle, right?
With single men. I chose to mentor, you know what I mean? I chose to mentor working on relationships with healers that were men that didn't have a relationship. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yes, I understand. So in this case then, it would be a good idea to find someone to work with that can walk you through very, very practical steps that make logical sense to your engineering mind.
Yeah.
Because you have an incredibly masculine mind. And so with someone who can recognize that and hone those steps that work for all of us can be honed for the individual, certainly, but to literally walk you through them baby step by baby step, because that's not necessarily going to mean that I'm going to change my energy to meet you. Instead, it's the other way around.
No.
Right, but I wanted to be clear because I was just telling that practitioner earlier not to not to shift energy, but that you can simultaneously literally link arms with somebody, right? That you can still maintain your own formless energy and link arms with somebody like you and say, all right, let me show you how to walk through this in incredible detail, just as if I was teaching you a new language or teaching you how to code a computer. Right? So one tiny step at a time, one little step at a time, and then you'll find that you'll be getting somewhere quite quickly. It's a warning sign to me when someone says, I paid for 2-3 years of mentoring and I didn't get anywhere. That's not okay.
I did. I think I'm more in my power, but I didn't manifest what my pressing. How do I say? Because I've had a session with you. I want to have a family. I want to have children.
Yes.
And I've been going crazy for the last 7 years. That's not happening. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, I remember. Yeah. This would be, if the question still remains, can I help you? Yes. Yes, I can.
Yes. Yeah, that's
my short answer.
Okay, then I'll write you. Okay,
and there are others too, but I think, yes, I definitely have a way.
I procrastinate on everything, especially when it comes to this kind of work. I'm like more interested. I keep telling myself, let me clean the house first. Let me clean the clutter first. Let me do my bills first.
Right.
I do this every day.
Well, I guarantee you that if I asked everyone on the call to raise their hand spiritually if they procrastinate, if they've ever procrastinated, you're going to see all of us raise our hands.
Oh,
so
okay.
You're not alone.
Okay.
You're not alone. But hey, your desire for change, your desire to manifest, that's key. That's amazing. If you were saying, I don't have a desire to necessarily change, then I'd say, then you're perfect where you are. And then don't do the work. But you have a desire. You have a desire for change, and that's what you're hanging on to right now in the dark. I know it feels like you're in the dark, but you're hanging on to that desire, and that's key. You have a willingness. You have a willingness. Look, just because you end up procrastinating doesn't mean you're not willing. There's a difference.
No. Just that then I can't sleep in the night. This morning I woke up at like 4 o'clock and I said, I haven't filled my application for the adoption papers. I was supposed to give it in 2 months back. And what did I do? It takes me like maybe 15 minutes to fill out these papers, right? And so I said, no, today I'm going to make sauce. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I spent the whole day in the kitchen baking muffins. Doing everything.
You have some interesting programs to get through. We'll unravel it together. I'd like to work with you if you want. And certainly mentoring something I really enjoy doing.
Do you think it would help me to get on the call? Because I just saw a mail where you mentioned about your 2 calls, or is it better I just get like private sessions?
Oh, that's a good question. I highly recommend the group calls, and anyone here who's needing any extra help, they are very, very valuable because you get more feedback from not just me, but everyone else on the call. So there's a lot of incredible value that comes through in those group calls, and I've found some amazingly profound connections happen. So I'm doing a lot more group calls, and also group calls for those of you who are international too at times that are going to work. So it's just one of those ways I'm trying to help people as soon as possible, because group calls happen pretty regularly, and you can get in a lot faster than one-on-ones.